Start tonight. You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me. I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love. It keeps me high, keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me. I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love. It keeps me high, keeps me high. Keeps me high. Keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me. I hope you'll still need me.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. It's going to be an awesome show, a new approach. This is going to be episode 1 of article reviews, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I picked a specific article, something that I know nothing about, groundhogging. I had to stay up to date with the verbiage, the new terms that continuously change. So let's see. I thought it was interesting. I saw groundhogging. I was like, what is that? I love the movie Groundhog Day. Maybe it's something to do with that. All right, so let's have a look. This is on mindjournal.com. I'll provide the link at the end of the stream in the comment section so you can tap on that, read it for yourself. But even though I'm going to go over it right here, including advertisements, because it has some cool stuff in there too, I guess. All right, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? All right, page 1. All right, do you get tired of having unsuccessful relationships back to back? Are you in a habit of falling for the same kind of toxic people just to be disappointed again? Yes, This is a huge problem in today's world. Always has been, always will be. When lovers rush in, same story. You might be stuck in groundhogging. Let's explore groundhogging, meaning, how it affects your life, and how to overcome it. There can be challenges associated with navigating relationships. Repetitive failed relationships leave you with a broken heart. Yep. Self-reflection is important. Yeah, slow down. People just picking the same toxic people over and over. It's not about who's next in line, people. Slow down. No need to rush. You gotta really take a close look at who you're about to be with. You know, I live my life as a sniper, not as a machine gunist. Take your shots precisely. You know, controlling your breathing, your trigger finger, all that. Little army reference there. Be careful in life. You know, it's not that you only get one shot. You might. Maybe there's only one chance for that special someone and you didn't even know it was them. You're like, nah, next. Could have been the one. Slow down. Alright, groundhogging may be a hidden factor that is affecting your dating life without your knowledge. Pretty sure you're supposed to be aware of it. You'd be surprised how many people aren't even aware that they're living Groundhog Day over and over. I know someone personally has been through like 10 girls, immature girls, toxic girls. He still doesn't get it. He just about lost his own mind too. All right, what's in the middle here with this nebula thing? Why you're alone? Scorpio, you are alone because you won't give yourself permission to need someone else. Yeah, you guys out there struggling with relationships, give yourself some good self-talk. No, you're not a psycho for talking to yourself. It's just a form of strategery, as George W. Bush would say. Be strategic. Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself. You gotta motivate yourself. What are you doing? Where are you going? Because maybe those around you are giving you bad advice. Not me, though. Aquarius, you are alone because you are terrified of emotional intimacy. You'd be surprised. As soon as I mention the topic of sex, everybody runs away. It's really pathetic. It's really sad. Grow up. Be mature. Oh my goodness, this is a really sad world we live in. Since when is the word sex taboo? It used to be the topics, but everybody just wants to live a Disney life. I'm sorry, guys. Life is not Disney. You have to be a warrior. You have to be a mature warrior. Grow up, man. The topic of sex is not taboo. We are literally products of sex. It's extremely important. Instead of putting all your energy, blah, 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 let's move on. All right, page 2. We're going to look into this pattern, blah, blah, blah. What is groundhogging? Yeah, the phenomenon. Keep dating the same type of person over and over, expecting different results. Isn't that the definition of insanity? It is. So groundhogging is literally living an insane life. Insane means out of your mind. And the word sano for your health means health, right? So if you're living an unhealthy lifestyle if you're doing this. It is derived from the film Groundhog Day. Really great movie with Bill Murray. A little overrated, but it's a classic. Right. And he changes his ways and finds love. Exactly. See, he had to learn the hard way. There's so many days, too, that he lives over and over. I won't spoil the movie, but it tells you right there until he finds true love, right? It's kind of sad that he has to live the same day over and over. Some people never get it. It's not guaranteed, people, that you'll find a potential soulmate, that you'll fall in true love one day, because love is developed between two people, serious people, mature people, not two people who run away from the word sex, like a couple of kids who need to be educated, like, in school when they have, sexual education. Imagine if all the kids ran out of the classroom. Now we're really screwed. Pardon my French, but We're gonna have some serious problems in the future if kids can't, teenagers can't talk about sex. Not like life is not just video games, people, and movies. There's some important topics that have to be covered. The birds and the bees, everybody runs away. That's very immature. Let's proceed here. In this pattern of dating as well, interested in those matching their ideal preferences, only to be left heartbroken and disappointed once more. Right. It's good to have preferences. You need preferences. Love is compromising. No, love is not compromising. My bad. You don't compromise when it comes to love. You have preferences. Go for your preferences. Don't be shy. Imagine you're about to spend the rest of your life with this person. And also all of eternity, for all we know, or don't know. You better have found the one who is going to fill in all of your preferences. It's going to be a long ride, and you better enjoy every moment of it. So, only to be left heartbroken and disappointed. That's just sad for people getting repeatedly heartbroken. It's their fault. They're not seeking a life coach like myself, someone who's confident to give serious advice. They're not buying products such as mine. Doesn't have to be mine. Could be somebody else's. Help yourself, people out there. If you need help, ask a friend. Ask a family member. Don't ignore them. It's okay to not know and not to be good at finding that special someone. Ask for help. Because I guarantee that's the most important thing you'll do in this life. If you're lucky, if you're fortunate enough to find that special someone, it's not guaranteed. I'm sorry. I can try to guarantee it for you, but you got to follow every step that I say. And who am I? If you're going to ask that question sarcastically, then you're not ready to be helped. I'm here to help those who want to be helped. Period. End of story. If you're not serious, I can't help you. It's like with anything else. Even a psychologist will tell you that. I'm sorry, sir or ma'am, I can't help you because you don't want to be helped. You're too combative. You're too immature. You're not ready. Nothing wrong with asking for help, but don't kill the messenger. And life is all about confidence. If you feel confident to give somebody else advice, do it. But don't go criticizing people like me. I'm trying to help. It happens all the time. People who want to help others, they get attacked here and there by immature folks. It's nothing new. Not my first rodeo. However, despite feeling underwhelmed, you may get caught up in this cycle by constantly choosing similar profiles on dating apps. Oh my goodness, the dating apps. I do go over that in my book, and I do go over a little bit on that in my movie. But to go from a different angle with dating apps, just be aware that there's lots of pretenders out there. I'll just sum it up there. Let's move on here. I thought these little mini articles, advertisements, if you will, are interesting. Why you're alone lines. You are alone because you won't give yourself permission to need someone else. It's just kind of interesting. But yeah, it's not that the horoscopes are true. You're free to believe them if you want. I'm just saying that the things that they say should apply to everybody. You know, you should put all of your energy towards opening up and getting to know your partner on a deeper level. That should apply to everybody. Not just to Aquarius or Scorpio. Instead of realizing that you are attracted to the wrong free, you engage with people of the same profile, thus perpetuating the groundhogging pattern. This is groundhogging. Okay, pretty interesting term. This cycle can leave an individual feeling befuddled, frustrated, and unclear about their stance within the relationship. Yeah, because you're not learning anything. You're not learning from your mistakes. You're not slowing down. Let's see. The man or woman you choose to be your partner affects everything in your life. I'm including the advertisements in this article because it's interesting. Yes, it affects everything in your life. It should. They should be your number one priority. For people out there who don't believe in love, feel sorry for you. That should be your number one priority. We're not born into this life to pay bills and die. I can tell you that much. But if you agree with that, I feel sorry for you. You're gonna have a really miserable life thinking that way. That's a real negative mindset. And oh, that's reality. Not my reality. Your mental health, your peace of mind, the love inside of you, your happiness, how you get through tragedies, your success, how your children will be raised, and so much more. Choose very wisely. I agree. You be very wise. That key word right there, wise. Not immature, running away from topics like sex. I know I beat that down to the ground, but it's time to groundhog it. You know? I think we hit the home plate with it, so I won't mention that again. Groundhogging meaning unveiled. Dating is an interesting journey, full of promise, opportunity. Love prospects can also prove to be really frustrating when you find yourself in a cycle that is marked with uncertainty and inconsistency. Well, if you're learning your lessons, then it shouldn't be uncertain or inconsistent. You should be consistent with positive thoughts and stepping stones, accomplishments, right? Like, oh, okay, I think if I see a person say this or they believe in that, that's not my preference. Red flag. Count how many red flags pop up. Either you can solve them together and knock those bad boys down, or they're reluctant to change for the better, and you gotta drop them. I don't care how sexy they are, how talented they are, how much money they have. If that's, some people go for money. But hey, who am I to tell them they're wrong? That's their preference. If money's what you're looking for, I mean, kind of feel bad about that, but maybe they want to make sure they have enough money to support 5 future children. Who am I to judge? If that's what you want, you gotta find somebody else who wants that too, though. Hopefully you guys will figure out that love in the end is the most important, not money. But I understand it's a means to an end. Not judging. Groundhogging is not about blaming ourselves or others for our dating choices. It's a way of identifying and knowing why we are stuck with toxic relationships that keep on affecting our life despite all of the efforts we make in transforming ourselves. Right, well, I mean, you could not be the problem. Maybe you're not the problem. You know, there's a really bad saying out there that says, well, if you keep failing, maybe you're the problem. No, not necessarily. It's a very evil, crooked world out there. Maybe you're not the problem. Maybe it's you're in the wrong area. Change cities, change states, change countries. I mean, if we're crying out loud, how serious are you about finding love? And don't go to another place and just play the same spiel. What did you learn from past failed relationships? You can't go around complaining and blaming the world for your failures. You have to own it, accept responsibility for your own actions. Find a way. I can help you. But if you don't want to help yourself by learning what went wrong, and then maybe you don't need to change. Maybe it's the other person's fault. You're just running into bad apple after bad apple. And there are surprises. Life is full of surprises. You have to deal with the red flags that pop up out of nowhere. Nothing's really guaranteed except the opportunity is guaranteed. That's what you have to focus on. So, if you are attracted to successful people who hold powerful positions but don't wish to commit themselves to any relationship, then most probably, exactly. No matter how many times your heart is broken. In the end, maybe they're just not, straight up now tell me, is it going to be you and me forever? Or are you just having fun? I don't know if that was Paula Abdul or some 80s singer. But, is it serious or not? You can't be fooling around forever with random people. You know, we're not in this life to be swingers. Find your one and only, your second half to your heart. If you don't believe in that stuff, you already failed. That mindset is horrible if you don't believe in love. Groundhogging only tells us that as long as we continue chasing people who can never give us the emotional and mental satisfaction we desire so much, yes, follow your desires. Do not lie to yourself. Without having a look at our own toxic patterns, you should, yes, check yourself, right? Our relationships will always be doomed to failure. Absolutely. Very well written. Let's proceed. Let's take a deeper look at groundhogging. Jane's story. Meet Jane. Let's try to go through this a little quicker. Smart, successful woman. early 30s. Everything going for her. Lucrative job. Charming. She's frustrating and emotionally draining. Romantic involvements. Right. Jane has found herself in a cycle of groundhogging. Right. Handsome, charming, but emotionally unavailable. Yeah, guys and girls, emotionally unavailable. Huge red flag. They're not living in the moment. That means they're not serious. They're not ready. That's a maturity issue. That's a stress issue. Very dangerous. You could be dealing with a sociopath or psychopath. What is it called? Bipolar disorder person. Mental disabilities. Don't mess with people like this. If they're not acting normal, emotionally unavailable is a huge red flag. Hello, are you there? And especially people who run away from the word sex, like I said before, that I wouldn't mention again. That's called emotionally unavailable, right? I mean, talk about it's a form of fear. It's fear to it's antisocial behavior. It might not be a disorder. It could be just be a personality issue. Or controlling. Yes, this is what I just made a quick video on. What is it? Obsession versus possession. Stay away from the possession category. Alright, it seems like she is stuck on a repeat. Yeah, but that's her own responsibility. You're disappointing yourself by the bad choices you're making. It's not about faults. It's about you're not focusing hard enough. You're just picking the next person in line. I know it's flattering, but sometimes you gotta say no. If they don't meet what you're looking for. Because it's gonna fail. Let's see. Kind man, let's call him Mark. Right. Seem like perfect package, successful, confident, and attentive. Whirlwind moments during which she thought she finally had found love. However, as time goes by, Jane begins to observe signs of emotional unavailability. This involves Mark becoming distant and not having meaningful discussions. You see, lack of maturity. Huge, huge problem. Concerning their feelings and future, he controls Jane by manipulating her into fulfilling his desires. Well, I mean, Jane has to see if his desires are her desires. Are you capable of making your partner happy? Because they're going to have desires that maybe you're not comfortable with. Is this something that you can challenge yourself to accomplish? Because I tell you what, unconditional love does not exist. Love is very conditional. Anybody who says otherwise is living a fantasy life that does not exist. In order to play a good soccer game outside or a football game, you have to have the right weather conditions. Otherwise, you guys are going to be slipping in the snow and the rain, injuring yourselves. It's not good conditions, right? You don't want to live like that. Playing football in harsh weather, breaking bones. You get the point? He alternates between love bombing and then withdrawing. Right. This is a bipolar disorder. Leaving her and confusing about the state of their feelings and relationship. Roller coaster ride of emotions. She believes that if only she would try harder, prove herself deserving enough to meet his expectations, then things will change for the better. No. It's about you two. Yeah, you have to meet their needs, expectations, if you love them that much, if you want to be with them that much. But what are your expectations? I mean, because if they're acting emotionally withdrawing, that's a big no-no. Man or woman. She sticks to these few moments of sweetness within the relationship, making herself believe that behind his emotional barrier, there is a caring partner hiding. Sorry, but no. All the cards are already on the table, Jane. This perception only continues the cycle. Jane keeps attracting similar partners, emotionally unavailable, dominating like those before. Unconsciously, she seeks validation from these men. No, you can't fix their emotional wounds. Only the person can fix themselves. Psychologists struggle with this. Like myself, I can only influence you to fix yourself. I can guide you. But in the end, you have to be the one to fix yourself. I don't control you. You control you. I can give you good advice. It's the best I can do. That's why I wrote a book and made a movie. It's advice. Take it or leave it. Don't get upset. I mean, if you want to get upset, go write your own book and give advice to somebody else. Make your own movie. Don't get upset for people trying to help others. That's kind of sick behavior. Let's see. Through loving them wholeheartedly, to stop this pattern, Jane has to acknowledge that she is valuable. Yeah, get out of those commitments. Confront her fear of being alone and deep-rooted insecurity that keeps attracting such people to her. Well, it's not really attracting. It's bad decision making. You can attract everybody in the room. Everybody, 1,000 people. Well, who do you decide to go out with? Or to just get to know as friends? That's tough decisions, right? See, being attractive it could be a curse for most people. Because it's too much attention at once, and then you're going to make a poor decision. You'll say, okay, I'll just pick you. Whatever. You look hot. That's not the way it works, buddy. So prepared. I mean, unless you like lotto machines, slot machines, by all means, just pick the next person in line. Most likely you're going to fail, though. The odds are against you. You don't know what you're doing. You're just picking the next person in line, like a ticket buyer. Let's see, this case study clearly explains groundhogging meaning. Remember, anyone can experience groundhogging. Unresolved emotional baggage and unconscious behaviors. Right, you guys got to be aware of what's going on. All right. Recognizing the signs of groundhogging. Breaking free from the cycle of uncertainty and inconsistency. Relationship progression. All right, let's have a look. You may observe that all your recent relationships have followed a similar path or pattern. Hit the wall or become stagnant. Stagnant means you're not getting anywhere. And you start to wonder why each relationship seems too familiar and even what makes them so. All right, so first you gotta, realize what's going on. But, I mean, you should have realized the first one by the first or second one, at the very least. The people that you choose to date. All right, selectivity with little success. Selecting potential partners, you find yourself being very rigid and selective. You should be. But not too selective. You gotta work with some possibilities. That's not compromising. It's just being a little realistic, right? Like, mostly, I'd say go for 90-something% of what you're looking for, who you're looking for, what you're looking for in a person. And work from there. Don't work with something 80% or 70% because, well, it'll be downhill from there most likely. You got to be really happy with who you're meeting for the first time. It's not love at first sight. It's attraction at first sight. So you got to get to know the person either way. Be friends. There's a particular type you have in mind, and that is what you focus on, right? Going after individuals who fit that description. Precisely. Despite being selective, you repeatedly end up with partners who exhibit the same negative traits. That's horrible. I'm glad I didn't have to go through that. But I hear about it all the time with people offline that I help. Lack of selectivity. On the other hand, it's possible that you really aren't selective about who you date at all. That's another problem. You don't know what you're looking for. Huge mistake. You attract a certain kind of person who pursues you, and this sort of person is usually given access by you without any thoughts into whether they match your values or are compatible with who you are. This is huge. Number 3. You find yourself repeatedly involved with people who mirror each other in negative traits. Yeah, because you're not paying attention to who you're with. I mean, maybe it's this hot woman, hot guy, and you just focus on, oh, it's great sex, so why should I care if about his morals or her, how she conducts herself. I mean, she's a little bipolar, but hey, the sex is great. You no, you can't compromise like this. It's just gonna snowball into future problems. Trust me, it only gets worse. Let's see, similarities among past partners. When reflecting upon your previous partners, there are notable similarities among them. They might share physical characteristics, personality traits, and even habits. All right. These similarities could be an indication that you are consistently drawn to a specific type of person, even if ultimately such kind is harmful to your well-being. Right. So they could have a good salary. They might be famous. I don't know what people are looking for, but mostly that's what they're looking for. Someone to show off to others, right? Kind of sad. That's missing the whole point of love. There's no trophy wives and husbands, but people do that. They're in relationships for all the wrong reasons. Rapid relationship progression. Right, moving too fast. Only fools rush in, right? But they can't help falling in love. That's not love, people. That's anxiety. Immature, dangerous anxiety with consequences. You often rush into one relationship after another without taking time to heal, right, from your previous relationship. Or reflect on previous experiences. Exactly. That's so big, number 5. Probably should be number 1. Quickly getting involved with new partners often leads to old patterns without addressing the root causes. This is a very good article. Nicely written. Causes that contributed to the end of your last relationship. This rapid groundhogging cycle. Exactly. Disregard for red flags. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Red flags. Nice. You disregard or ignore red flags whenever they appear in your relationship. You may overlook things that should be major concerns and encourage yourself that they change with time. Yes, love is all about changing for the better. Both of you. I can't stand when people say, he tried to change me. She's trying to change me. I don't know. Is it for the better or for the worse? Only you could decide that. I can give you advice on it, but is that the type of person you want to change into? You want to be controlled by another person, or you want to change because you love them so much and it's something innocent that they're looking for? Maybe they want more kisses and hugs. I mean, come on. You just give it to them. Oh, but it's chronic. You can never have too much love, okay? Come on, people. But if you want to play the cool bad guy, well, you're going to have a bad future. Cool bad guy is trying to pretend that love is not, it's just sex. It's just attraction, and that's it. And then we die and go to wherever. That's a really immature mindset. And people actually go into marriage with these mindsets, like whatever. Let's just get married. Let's have some dogs and kids and the picket fence and call it a life. That's very mediocre. Mediocrity kills. I'll be the first one to tell you if nobody told you that. This avoidance of red flags is why the pattern of groundhogging continues as you keep on repeating relationships with partners who exhibit similar negative traits. Recognizing these signs, step forward towards breaking free. Yeah, right. Recognize the patterns. It becomes possible to establish healthy boundaries, articulate your needs, and seek relationships that are built on trust, respect, and true commitment. That's what I talk about. That's what I preach on this channel. True commitment, true love. There's a difference between caring for someone, loving someone, and truly loving someone. That's when you get into the soulmate material. You don't just get there overnight. And it's not love at first sight. It's an opportunity to build love. That's why people say making love when they refer to sex. Yeah, but love is made in other ways too. The time spent together, the connection, the mental, emotional, and physical connection. All right, let's move on. How to overcome groundhogging in dating. All right. How to deal with it, build healthier relationships. All right. Reflect on your needs and boundaries. Yeah, just press the pause button, like I said in the beginning of this stream. Hit that pause button. Take a break. Nothing wrong with that. If you don't take a break, you're doomed. You're just tripping over yourself. That's why people say, stop tripping. You're tripping, right? Like, you got to be joking. Slow down. So, as babies, we didn't run. We had to crawl first, right? And then we walked. And then eventually we ran everywhere. Ran into a wall or something. But we get it right eventually. It takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know the drill. All these cliches. They're true. Sorry, but they're true. You can hate them all you want, but they're true. The Little Mermaid, it has some truth to it. People, they just want to hate the hate because they think it's for kids. No, these are lifelong lessons that you need to apply in real life. It's about kissing the girl. It's not just a kiss. It's about how they kiss. You have to have a certain intuitive connection towards their nonverbal body language, forms of communication, how they look at you, how they do things with you, what they think about what you think, how they feel about what you believe in. That's a huge one. Big red flags in that category. All right, make clear what you want and will not tolerate inconsistency of behavior, for instance. Yeah, if you really want something, like whether it be sexual or just relationship, a relationship thing that you want, I don't know, being more humble, understanding, you gotta find it. And if the person's not willing to change and give that to you, then it's not love. It's just friends with benefits, which is pretty much a failure. A simulated failure. Once you have understood your values and boundaries, wake up call, because you can detect if someone's taking advantage of you. Vulnerability, yeah. Don't be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable when you, in Spanish, they say entregar. So you have to kind of turn yourself into the person you love. You have to be vulnerable to fall in love. But don't do it in the very beginning. You don't know this person completely yet. You got to get to know him first. Be friends before even thinking about jumping into the bed. Or anywhere for that matter. Communicate openly. When discussing groundhogging, open communication is essential. Yeah, communication. The 1990s, everybody said communication is key. Yeah, but can you be more specific? There's so much emotional unavailability in the macho 90s. Where the guy would just plop himself on the sofa and watch baseball all day. That's pathetic. That is a future failure just boiling, waiting to spill over. Talk about emotionally unavailable. Life is about baseball, beer, and paying bills. And not giving a damn about anybody or anything. That's just sad. But it happens to this day. It's like nobody's learning, right? Wars keep happening. We haven't learned there. Let's go ahead and continue. Such honest discussions may clarify whether both parties are moving towards the same objectives. You guys have to have the same things in mind, yeah. But you got to discuss them, obviously. You don't just find somebody who, you get all the check marks with them, right? No. You got to interview them. Get to know them. Trust your intuition. I love that. Intuition. Very powerful word. It's our sixth sense. You either use it or you don't. Always watch out for instincts or gut feelings that tell you something's wrong or disparate about your relationship. Yes. Trust your feelings. Now, you could be wrong. Maybe you're judging somebody incorrectly, but you see, that's just a chance you have to take. Opportunities are chances in life. only you're gonna feel those gut feelings. That's the tricky part. I can't feel those things because I don't know the person that you're dating. You can describe them to me, but in the end, you're the one who has those feelings. You got to deal with it. Use what you've learned. Trust your instincts or don't. Groundhogging behavior often manifests itself subtly. There's inner voice and whatever it takes to protect his or emotional health. Let's go to number 4. Set healthy boundaries. When dealing with groundhogging, maintain healthy. Okay, clearly state what behaviors are acceptable and unacceptable. Okay, so this is rules. I do go over this in my book. It's a touchy subject. You can't really say, okay, honey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not that easy. You have to talk about these. Oh my goodness, this isn't a father-son, mother-daughter relationship. This is 50-50. So discuss these things, but acceptable. There's really powerful words there, but it is mutual. Just know it's mutual. Don't be too quick to be saying, well, you're gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, and who wears the pants, right? I can't stand when people say that. Who wears the pants in this relationship? That's just so inappropriate. It's 50-50, like it or not. All right. Let them know about your limits and be ready to take action against them. Right. Nobody wants a failed relationship. Prioritize self-care. Absolutely. People change during relationships. Whether it be weight gain, mental issues, physical issues. Weight gain is just one. Emotional issues, huge change. Hormonal problems, emotions, energy and motion, very huge issue. Make sure to take good care of yourself during this period. Do things that you love. Pursue hobbies. Yes, you need a hobby. Preferably one that you guys can share together. Like playing pool or passing a soccer ball around. I don't know. Something you guys can share. And then you can have your own hobby, of course. Just be careful not to spend your entire time in the garage fixing the car. It's just precious time wasted. Unless you have to fix the car. Okay, I get it. But sometimes just pay the freaking mechanic and so you can have more time with your honey bunch, right? What do you want to call them? There it is. I didn't even read it yet. How to spend more time with loved ones and take good care of your health. It's not that difficult, people. It's difficult when you let bad things happen over and over chronically. Bad habits, bad lifestyles. That's your responsibility. Your partner's not responsible for your health or your well-being. They should try to help you. But ultimately, you are responsible. So don't blame your partner that, oh, you're the reason I got fat because you stressed me out. Yeah, that's because you didn't solve those stressful issues. And if they can't be resolved, guess what? You're not a match. Everybody's going to have relationship issues in the beginning, arguments, very silly arguments. It might get as heated as a soap opera. But are you guys going to plow through that challenge? Or are you guys going to just accept defeat? Because in the army, for instance, they say never accept defeat. I will never quit. Why is it only in the army? Should be in real life as well, right? Soldier's creed, army values. I did a video on that. The lover's creed. Go watch that. I make my videos short for a reason. Get straight to the point. Unless you're going to watch my movie or read my book. That's the more elaborate version of what I have to teach. Then you can come back and discuss very deep topics with me if you actually read it or watched it. Practicing self-care and prioritizing your mental and emotional health. Yes, self-care. Oh my goodness, I can't stress that enough. This is a very well-written article. I'm very impressed. Will help to boost your self-esteem and resilience as you master the game of dating. Well, it's not really a game, because there's a lot of poker faces out there. Not just Lady Gaga. There's a lot of people who play poker face in the role, even online dating or offline dating. A lot of liars out there, deceivers, and that means that they're scared of their own. They don't have confidence. It's a confidence issue. All right, let's move on. Wow, I didn't know I was going to enjoy this article so much. So here's what I'm going to say. Let's just take a small few seconds break. I'm going to ask you that if you want me to review an article, this is the first episode. Drop it in the comment section down below. And guess what? We have many episodes in the future instead of the ones that I choose. I will go over the article that you requested, and I'll slap it up here in a stream and go right over it. And you can be a guest if you want. We'll see about that, because I have to have some mature guests. I can't just allow anybody up here because they could be on the dark side, let's say. But no, just drop an article link. Not the link, but just tell me the website name so that, your comment doesn't get censored. Or just send me an email. It's on my main channel page. All right, let's continue here. There's a little advertisement here. If we're dating, I want to be your second priority. I want your first priority to be you, your ambitions, your life, and your future. Stay focused. I want the best for you. Don't let me be your distraction. Let me be your motivation, your support to help you grow. This is very selfless. I like it. I go further than that and say you are my number one priority to my soulmate. And I kind of put myself second, but no, this is right. It's just a play with words. The priority should be both of you. Let's move on. All right. Getting close to the end here. Seek support, friends and family. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I think I mentioned that. Advice and guidance. See, this is what I'm here for. Advice and guidance. Imagine caring for strangers, complete strangers. How selfless is that? Giving your wisdom out there for free on this channel and for the lowest price that I can for my movie and my book. Seriously, $20 is nothing. Trust me. You want to go buy a painting? That's about $400 or whatever. But what do you learn from the painting? Oh, that's a nice painting. That's about it. What I offer you is a lifetime advice and guidance. Because you can just always reference the book or watch the movie again. If you're really into it. But once you watch the movie, you'll have it all memorized. Trust me, it's really easy. It's just an hour long. But it took me over 70 hours. A very dedicated laser-like hours to compile. And that's all my original advice and guidance. It's all original and unique. So, let's move on. Communicate openly and honest with your loved ones. That's what I do here. Do not hesitate to ask for your help. And also what I do in this online crazy world, I do defend myself on other people's channels. So if you see myself arguing with somebody, I'm not arguing, I'm putting them in their place. Because you do have to be a warrior in this life. They're going to try to come up and say, oh, this guy's not as loving as you think he is. No, you have to be a warrior when you jump online. There's a lot of crazy heads out there. Don't be afraid. If you have to use curse words, use curse words. That's freedom, people. You don't judge others when they exercise their freedoms. As long as you don't say like crazy things like, I'm going to come for your kids or something. Come on. You guys already know what the red flags are. Like, whoa, dude, you went too far. So I don't go too far, but I do put people in their place when they try to insult me or attack me. Sorry, it's the truth. You have to defend yourself, and I encourage you to do the same. Don't let people walk all over you. That's sad. That's weakness. You're not going to survive. What is it, Seal? He says, we're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. He also means to be strong and to defend yourself. I'm a martial artist. How many years experience? Since I was 13, almost 30 years experience. Hardcore training. And yes, I will do a face reveal and also my training, hopefully, maybe 2024. But I'm still trying to build a strong base. I want my subscribers to earn that face reveal. Because then they're going to focus too much on me and not my content. Trust me, it's happened before. Then they want to know about my martial arts, my bodybuilding. It's not time for that yet. Let's see. You can also seek help from a therapist, counselor. Yeah, but just be aware that they have textbooks to go over. I like to be a freelance, a life coach because I can do what I want. Once you get the certifications, you have to be careful, or the licenses, the certifications. You're not allowed to say certain things. You have to go by the book, and that's why I don't go by the book. This is my unique advice and guidance that I offer to the world. Everything that I've come to learn, my own philosophy on perfection when it comes to love. Unlike anybody else, I can tell you that. I'd say 99 point something percent, almost 100% of people don't believe that perfection exists. But once you watch my movie or read my book, you're going to agree that perfection exists. Most likely. Unless you're just negative 100%. Let's move on. Having a support system can help you find motivation, comfort. Yeah, learn from others. Sometimes I can say that I'm a know-it-all, but I don't stop learning. So technically, it's not knowing it all. It's just being confident that I know enough to help basically almost anybody. It's confidence. It's strength. Wisdom. And the more wise you get in this world, the more eager you are to share it. I'll tell you that. Be open to new opportunities. That's what I'm talking about. Groundhogging can be a negative experience. It's crucial that you keep yourself open to new romantic opportunities. Yeah, don't ignore the nice guy. I don't like his glasses. Or the library girl. Oh, I don't think she's gonna be a tiger in the bed. I don't see. I think she's gonna be one of those Disney chicks. You don't know that. She could be the perfect match for you. Or that guy with the nerdy glasses. He could be the perfect match for you once the glasses come off. You have no idea. You have to get to know people first. Don't judge the books by their... Especially my book. That's a joke. Let's see. Open mind and meet new people. That's the problem in today's world. Everybody's just swiping left, right? Or swiping right. I don't know. I never use those apps. But everybody's just like, next. It's like numb and apathetic, right? Apathy is a huge problem to the point of numbness. People just forgot how to feel. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Don't even pay attention to who's speaking, what their intentions are. No, they just rub me the bad way. I don't care what you have to say. That's really bad. That's a bad attitude. You're only going to fail in life with an attitude like that. It is only by increasing your social circle and meeting new people you can boost your probabilities of finding a partner who wants to commit and love you the way you want to be loved. Perfectly written. I could not agree more. Takeaway. We're at the end of this article almost. Groundhogging and dating can be a real terrible, disheartening, and demoralizing experience. Recognize the signs, understand the underlying reasons, taking proactive steps to break free from the cycle. Yeah, because it's like a cycle of self-abuse. You're not learning anything. You're just like, next. I know so many people like that. I'm like, have you not learned your lesson? Both males and females. And they're like, no, I don't care. Life is life. La vida loca. Crazy life, right? Emotional and psychological well-being as well as relationship success in the future. Yeah. I mean, do you care about your emotional and psychological well-being? Or you're just like, oh, no, I don't care. Love is whatever. Then your whole life is going to be whatever. Mediocrity. A failure. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to know what it's like to be loved. And the pleasure it is to give love. And the feeling on top of the mountain, the highest mountain in the world, happiness. Like Rocky when he screams, Dragunov. It really is like that. You want to go to the top of the mountain and scream it to the world. I finally found the one, and I love them with all my heart and soul. Unfortunately, people, they just have attitude issues in the beginning. They don't want to do the work that it takes to get to that point. What did Rocky have to do? He had to train his ass, right? He had to train his butt off in order to reach that success. You don't become a champion if you're not willing to put in the effort. I'm sorry, I can coach you. But if you're going to complain about the coach, the way he sounds, or you don't like his book or his movie, then you can switch coaches. I'm not going to take offense. I'm going to ask the next person in line who's interested in my style of coaching and turn them into a champion. Don't be jealous when I turn other people into champions, because then guess what? They become the future coaches. So it's not about me. It's about us. In the end, learn and teach others. All right, takeaway. We already went into Remember to prioritize your needs, communicate openly, establish healthy boundaries, and trust your intuition. Yes, only you can feel what you feel. It's up to you in the end. I mean, I can't tell you if they're the one or not. I mean, I can ask you, well, did they meet this and this and that criteria? All right. Confidence. There it is, that word. Clarity and mental toughness. I told you. Mental toughness. You got to be a warrior in this life. Don't be afraid to use curse word here and there. We're not supposed to act like Disney princes and princesses. Sometimes you got to get rough with people. Put them in their place. Otherwise, they'll abuse you. They'll walk all over you. This will enable you to find a relationship that is stable, fulfilling, and based on trust and commitment. All right. All right, so what is hardballing? Date. Hardballing is dating refers to being upfront about one's expectation and intent. Yeah, that's not hardball. That's just being honest. I mean, I like the word. I can respect that. Serious commitment instead of casual interactions. I actually like that. It's always hardball. I'm a hardball person. It's clear and assertive. Like, you're not offending me if you say you're not interested in my products. I'm not asking you to buy my products. I'm asking you to consider buying them because it's only going to do you good, and I want you to live a happy life. So if I can help you, it'd be a pleasure to have helped you. Right? So that's being hardball. I'm being honest with you up front. You know, but it's not about my products in the end. It's about helping this world to become a better place. Share your knowledge with others. I wish I could give my knowledge for free, but I actually do want to make a living out of this, which currently I am. It's working really nicely. But you go to a store and buy their products because they're actually working for you. Let's say a supplement. Let's say it's something like choline or carnitine, and it's working for you. Well, you're going to go back to that store and keep buying those products. With my products, you just buy it once, you're done. And you have those benefits for life. You can always pick up that book, either electronic book or the hard copy book. Why? I mean, I'll just have one-time sale. So how is that for hardball? You know. What is paper clipping in dating? Paper clipping in dating is the experience of having someone re-enter your life with vague or That's a big red flag, okay? Vague or unclear intention. It is similar to a paper clip that tends to resurface without purpose. Well, you shouldn't be interested in paper clipping, okay? What is oystering and oystering? I never heard these terms except hardball. Oh, he's playing hardball, but that's about it. Oystering refers to, oysters are good for you. What can I say? So are mussels, but let's move on. Enjoying and celebrating one's single life. Oh, this is bad. Appreciating post-breakup independence and this is temporary. This is not happiness, people. Realizing that there are numerous opportunities for personal development and enjoyment in life. Yeah, there are opportunities, but don't stay single. That's not being happy. I'm sorry. That's not happiness where, oh yeah, I'm single. Like the men going their own way. That's not happiness. You can live your life in denial and convince yourself that you're red pill, blue pill, black pill. It's all immaturity. It's weakness. If you guys want to live as losers, meaning you're losing the opportunity to live a happy life, then go ahead. Be my guest. Everybody's free to choose however they want to live, but it's just sad that they choose to live this way. Like monks. All right, let's read a little bit about the author, shall we? Teo Harrison, or Teo. Someone trying to find my way through life. I can relate to that. But I mean, I already know what it is. Okay, so I contrast with him by saying I already found my way through life. Well, we're still going through life, so I guess that's true. I am a reader, writer, traveler, fighter, philosopher, artist, and all-around nice guy. Wow, you relate pretty good, Mr. Harrison. I am outdoor person, but heavily into the technology. Kind of the same. Science, psychology, spiritualism, Buddhism, martial arts, and horror films. Well, for me, it's romance films. I don't have any religion because love is my religion. Martial arts, yes. Spiritualism, no. I deal with emotional positivity. That's my spirituality, is emotions, positivity. Psychology and science, well, science has a lot of lies, and so does psychology because it's a business. Um, making money off of mentally disturbed people or people having problems. I mean, it depends. You have good psychologists out there who don't want to see you again. They want to help fix you. So, not everybody. They have good morals, but a lot of them have bad morals. They just want to see you again and again, like Groundhog Day, like we just went over. I believe in positive action. There you go. We share the positive action more than positive thinking. Right. You can't just pray or hope for something to happen. You have to action speaks louder than words. I agree. All right, let's move on. It's okay to hope, by the way. Oh, yeah, okay, that's for a different stream in the background from the 1930s. All right, so bonus image here. Let's go over the bonus image, a little extra for the end of this stream. All right, 1 hour long, that's about right. 8 signs you might be dating a narcissist. Okay, so narcissism is a widely misunderstood word. Please watch my video, the correct definition of narcissism. Everybody's just, oh my goodness, talk about uneducated. Please know the difference between a narcissist and just watch my video. Love bombing followed by devaluation. Yeah, that's abuse. Intense praise followed by verbal abuse. There you go. Gaslighting, making you disbelieve your reality or make you feel like you're crazy. Right. Yeah, the narcissist will always say you're the crazy one, when in reality they're projecting. They're the crazy one. It's hard to tell sometimes when you're coming in as a mediator or an arbitrator. It's hard to tell who's telling the truth because you don't have the background. You haven't been through what both of them been through. But if you just observe their behavior and their mannerisms, you can kind of tell who's in the right most of the time. Sabotaging your friendships or other relationships, right, they're schemers. Because they don't have a life, they're unhappy. So they try to mess up other people's friendships. It's just like online, the trolls. They'll try to mess up your flow and they want to take you down. It's cancel culture. So they're narcissists. They're always unhappy. It's like in the movie Rocky. He's always in a bad mood. Making you the enemy or bad guy for having feelings and reactions. Right. You're not supposed to feel anything because they want to be dictators. They want to control your every move. So as soon as you stand up for yourself with a feeling or reaction, you make them upset, more upset. Constant lying to avoid responsibility. Right. They never accept responsibility for their own actions. They'll call you the liar. So, like online, I had to defend myself, like, for so many years, this accusation, because they want to try to take you down because you're the smart one, right? And they'll say, no, he's lying. And I'm like, okay, can we go over the facts? Because I have the facts right here. And I list them out, and then they can't respond. They stop responding because they know that what I'm saying is the truth. So, yeah, always do your homework. Be prepared. Never being at fault. Right, they never accept responsibility for their actions. For any issues in their relationship, turning all of the blame toward you. Yeah, this is also bad parenting, by the way. They blame the children. But it's actually one or both of the parents' fault. Or the siblings. A negative environment. Destructive. Abusive environment. Having a lack of interest of who you are as a person. Absolutely. They don't care about you. This is really bad. That's what a narcissist is. That's why people who use this term loosely, they describe everybody as a narcissist. If you have confidence, oh, you're a narcissist, you're egotistical, you're a narcissist. No, that means you're confident in what you're saying and you want to help others. That's not being a narcissist. Oh my goodness, people out there need to really grab a dictionary and to learn from people who actually know what the word means. A huge sense of entitlement, you owe them everything. That might not be the case, but yeah, for a real narcissist, they expect the whole world to revolve around them. I'm just some guy who was fortunate enough to learn what I know, and I want to share it with the world. So, nobody owes me nothing. If anything, I owe it to myself to prove it to myself what I'm capable of, what my true potential is. So, like I said, watch my narcissism video. It's not hard to find, okay, guys? It's only a video with the word narcissism in there. And tell me what you think in the comments section. All right, guys, that is the show. And you'll be surprised, putting on these 1 hour shows is not as easy as what it looks like. You have to keep yourself composed and focused. It's very draining. It's very enduring. So I hope you guys appreciate and like this. And if you do, please tell me which website. I don't know if you can post links because YouTube might take it down. Or just email me the link to the article that you would like me to go over next. If not, I'm just going to keep bringing up articles that I want to go over. Ones that I haven't even read. So it's like a test for me. All right, hold on a second. All right, so we're back. Like I said, nobody showed up in the chat, but that's okay. We have some great future shows coming in with special guests. You'll be surprised who they are. And I'll leave it at there. So thank you very much. Until next time. Let's see here. Adios.